Hey, what's going on, guys? Nate again. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I've been playing lately and just kind of about the channel. I guess it's a vlog video, if you want to call it that. But yeah, a lot of games have been coming out over the past couple months that I've been looking forward to for a while. One notable one that has been in the news lately is Mighty Number 9. When this game was first announced on Kickstarter, like 3 years ago or whatever, I was like super fucking hyped because I'm a huge Mega Man fan. It's like one of my favorite game series of all time. And, you know, we've been kind of lacking in the Mega Man games lately, so when Keiji Inafune announced that he was going to do a spiritual successor, of course everybody's like super excited about it. So I backed it at like a $240 tier, only so I could get like a hardcover art book, like hand autographed by Inafune. And it came with a bunch of other crap too that I wasn't super interested in. I just wanted the art book with the autograph. But as time went on, my interest in the game kind of waned a little bit. There was some issues with the graphics. I wasn't really happy with the art style compared to the early concept art they showed. But I was willing to let that go a little bit. You know, graphics aren't everything. But you know, the whole project was just a giant fucking fiasco. So the game finally comes out, and my Steam code from kickstarting it didn't arrive on time. I got a DLC code for like a costume or something for the character Beck, but no game. So I had to email Humble Bundle, who was taking care of all the code distribution for the game. It took them like 3 days to get back to me before I could finally like play the game. Well, that's not true actually. I did order the collector's edition on Amazon like months and months ago, just because it came with this cool little Beck figurine, which now I'm like $300 and something into this fucking game, and I don't even really like the game that much. It's not terrible. It's just it's not what anybody expected, I don't think. Like, it's very just by the numbers and kind of boring, to be honest with you. Some of the bosses are challenging, some of the levels are challenging, but it's not really compelling to like maybe want to go back and play it anymore. I'll probably peck at it here and there just to. I'd like to finish it. I did invest a shit ton of money into this fucking game. Also, just one more little icing on the shit cake here. When you backed it, obviously you got your name in the credits, which is like, I think somebody clocked the Kickstarter credits in the game at like 3 hours and 45 minutes or something. I was backer number 4049, so Mighty Number 4049. And next to my name, or next to my number, it just says a generous backer. They sent out a survey early on in the Kickstarter saying like, what name would you like to put in for the credits? So obviously I submitted my name, but half of the names on this credits list just said a generous backer, so I'm not sure what happened with their naming and organizing the credits, but it was a fucking fiasco. I mean, if you're not going to put the names of the people that backed it, like, what's the point of putting the number? I don't know, it rubbed me the wrong way. I don't really care that much. Like, it would have been cool to see my name in the credits of a game, if the game was actually worth a fuck, so but it's not, so I don't really care that much. Anyway, I don't want to go too much on a tangent of Mighty Number 9. I've already kind of tried to get that out of my system over the last week or so. But also, I've been playing a lot of Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix on the 3DS. This game was like kind of a surprise launch, like the day of E3. They showed it off on the Treehouse, and then they were like, hey, guess what? You can download it right now. Which is awesome. I was kind of hoping to get a physical copy of the game, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Maybe I'll import one, I'm not sure. But either way, I downloaded it, and it's really fun. I've heard some people complaining about the story. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, the story is literally like 4 or 5 lines of dialogue of just like goofy Nintendo gibberish, like kind of like WarioWare story. You know, it's like whatever. But they're like, it interrupts the gameplay. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's just there. It's funny. Like, this guy was talking about a handsome donut. I don't know. I like it. So if you don't, whatever. But the mini games are super fun. The rhythm games rather, really really fun. This might be a little bit easier than some previous Rhythm Heaven games, or maybe I've just gotten better at the series, I'm not sure. But I'm almost finished with the main story mode, I guess, so to speak. There's lots of unlockables you can get, which I'm kind of pecking away at here and there as I play. But I'm really, really enjoying that a lot. Also picked up recently Kirby Planet Robobot, which is a lot of fun too. It's kind of more of the same as far as the more current Kirby games go. Only this time you can pilot a giant mech suit in certain parts of certain levels, which adds a new element. It's kind of fun. You just feel like super powerful. But it's a really good game. I haven't put a ton of time into it. I think I've finished 3 levels. I'm on like the third world, which is like a water level or water world area. So I'm still working on that. I've gotten all the little. There's like 3 or 4 different little cubes hidden in each level. I'm trying to collect all of those. So that's really fun. It's not that I'm like really, really into, but it's fun to pick up and play a couple levels here and there. Also, I have been playing. What the fuck else have I been playing? Oh yeah. Yesterday I picked up Tokyo Mirage Sessions on the Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, which is the Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem game from Atlas and Nintendo. Wasn't really sure what to expect. The trailers I've seen looked a little. I mean, it looked like it'd be an interesting game, but I wasn't sure if it'd be like quite up my alley as far as the theme of the game. I really like the Persona games and stuff like that, so the music and stuff wasn't really going to bother me too much, but just the theme of like the idols and all that stuff. But so far, I'm pleasantly surprised. It plays a lot like a Persona game or a Shin Megami Tensei game, whereas you have like a main overworld where you interact with people, and then you go into like dungeons basically, and there's actually a few more puzzles and stuff in these dungeons. Nothing complex yet, I don't think. I'm sure they might get a little more complex. Not like Zelda puzzles or anything, but just some little, just little things to kind of make you backtrack and level up a little bit more. But regardless, the game is pretty good actually. I love the art style. It looks really good on the Wii U. The combat system is really good. There's a new system called, Session, I think. So if you attack an enemy with their weakness, your party members will also go and attack with a similar weakness attack that they have in their Session abilities. So it's kind of a strategy to attack enemies. Sorry for that little hiccup. My memory card just filled up. I had a bunch of crap videos from the past few weeks that I've recorded and not uploaded just because they weren't any good. Anyway, I digress. Where the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, so the Session abilities, I don't know, it's really kind of unique and pretty fun. So it's one of those games I think I'm actually gonna finish up because I'm about maybe 5 hours into it right now. I played a bunch of it last night, and I'm actually currently playing it right now. I just took a break to do this video just because I knew if I did do a video right now, the later the night went on, I wasn't going to get anything done. Yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the stuff I've been playing. I've got a pile of crap back here to show next week in a pickups video. I didn't do a video last month, pickups video last month rather, because I really didn't have a whole lot to show. There was a few, I think only like one game and a handful of toys. It would have been a really short video, and to be honest, I just didn't really feel like doing it. So I kind of just left it there. I'll do a 2-month pickup video after one more game comes in the mail on Monday or Tuesday. I think that's close to the end of the month anyway. So once that comes in, that's probably the last thing I'm picking up in June. So I'll do a wrap-up video and show everything I got. So yeah, what else? I guess E3 happened not too long ago. To be honest, I wasn't really super excited for E3 this year. Just because Nintendo said they weren't going to have like a real press conference or Nintendo Direct or anything like that. And that's usually what I look most forward to for E3 because, Nintendo fanboy here. But they did say they were going to have like a whole day direct or dedicated to Zelda in the Treehouse. So I was really hyped to see how that game has come along, and I was very pleasantly surprised. That game is exactly what I've wanted in Zelda for years. A lot of people are comparing it to Skyrim. I'm like, no, it's fucking Zelda. Like, the original Zelda was open world. You could go wherever you wanted to, basically, without... there's a few items necessary to get to a few areas in the game, but for the most part, you could go wherever you wanted to as long as you were skilled enough to, kill the enemies that were going to get in your path. But this game seems very similar to that, albeit a lot more in depth. The weapon system where you can break your weapons, or I guess where your weapons break as you use them, is pretty interesting. Curious to see how long that goes before you get the Master Sword, which obviously isn't going to break. I'm sure you get the Master Sword probably towards the end of the game, I would think, in this. I don't know, maybe halfway through. I don't know, I'm speculating, but the game looks really good. The art style is beautiful. And they said the NX version is supposed to look even nicer, so obviously I'm probably going to wait. Well, I think they come out at the same time, but I'm going to get the NX version just because it'd be a great way to kick off a new system is with a new Zelda game. So I'm really hyped for that. They did show off a few other games. Paper Mario Color Splash. I don't know. Sticker Star wasn't my cup of tea. This one looks a little better, but I'm still going to go into it with skepticism. Pokemon Sun and Moon looks like more of the same. I'll probably pick up one of them, but I don't know. I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, but I play them every now and then. So I'll pick up probably Moon, just because I like the nighttime better than the daytime. That's the only reason. I don't know. What else did they talk about? I don't know. Some other stuff too. But I'm really drawing a blank. So, as for Sony, they showed off The Last Guardian again, which I'm gonna be honest, it looks like a PS3 game. I know they've delayed it, and I don't know what I should really be expecting at this point, but I have faith that it's gonna be a good game. I don't know that it's gonna be as well received now that it's a generation behind in visual fidelity. But we'll see. I don't know. I think the hype behind it has been big enough to where I think it'll do all right for itself. Probably the best of the three in the Eco series. They also showed off that Norman Reedus game, the Kojima game with Norman Reedus, that black, weird, slimy, oily fetus. I saw a picture on the internet. I think it's called Death Stranding was the name of the game, but they took the logo from that. It had these drippy letters, and it said Norman Reedus and the funky fetus, and I thought that shit was fucking hilarious. So that game looks fucking weird. I don't really know what to think about it yet. It's Kojima, so it's going to be obviously pretty weird. Speaking of Inafune earlier, his new game, Recore, on the Xbox One, looks pretty good. I don't have an Xbox One, so hopefully that'll come out on PC. I think with this new Windows 10 Play Anywhere thing, I could probably play it on my PC if I ever take the plunge to update to Windows 10. But yeah, there was a handful of other games that are coming out that look decent. Dragon Quest Builders looks pretty cool. They announced a slew of Final Fantasy 15 projects, the movie, the anime. I have to say, that fucking movie, the 3D in that looks amazing. Some of the best 3D models I've ever seen. I thought The Spirits Within looked really good back in the day, but this is, aside from the mouths, it's pretty fucking real, and I'm really excited to see that. Final Fantasy 15, the main game, I'm skeptical of, but anyways, guys, my battery is about to die, so this whole video is just a clusterfuck, so I'm going to wrap this up. But anyways, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Take it easy.